It was just after 6 a.m. in Israel. Under the early morning sky, fighter jets reportedly took off from multiple air bases, armed with long-range precision-guided missiles. Their destination, Iran. According to intelligence sources cited by international media, a high-level leadership meeting was believed to be taking place inside a heavily secured government compound in Tehran. Among those reportedly present was Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. Approximately 2 hours after takeoff, explosions rocked the Iranian capital. Satellite imagery later revealed extensive structural damage to several buildings inside the compound. Thick black smoke could be seen rising above the city skyline. Israeli officials described the operation as a preemptive strike aimed at neutralizing what they called imminent security threats. The United States later acknowledged limited involvement, stating that its objective was to target strategic military infrastructure. Iranian state media reported that several senior officials were killed in the attack. However, independent verification of the full casualty list has not yet been possible. To understand how the region reached this point, we have to look back. Until 1979, Iran was ruled by Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, an authoritarian monarch supported by Washington. That year, the Iranian Revolution overthrew his regime. The revolution was led by Ruhollah Khomeini, who established the Islamic Republic of Iran and fundamentally reshaped the country's foreign policy. The United States and Israel were declared strategic adversaries. After Khomeini's death in 1989, he was succeeded by Ali Khamenei, who consolidated power and remained a central figure in Iran's political and religious leadership for decades. Over the years, tensions intensified. In 2002, previously undisclosed Iranian nuclear facilities were revealed, raising concerns in Washington and Tel Aviv. Iran insisted its nuclear program was peaceful, while critics feared potential weaponization. In 2015, under President Barack Obama, the United States joined global powers in signing the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the Iran nuclear deal, limiting Tehran's nuclear activities in exchange for sanctions relief. In 2018, President Donald Trump withdrew the United States from the agreement, calling it deeply flawed. Relations deteriorated rapidly afterward. Amid renewed negotiations and mounting regional instability, airstrikes were launched against Iranian targets. Following the reported strike on the Tehran compound, Israel allegedly carried out additional operations targeting air defense systems and missile infrastructure. Shortly afterward, Iran announced retaliatory action. Missiles and drones were launched toward Israeli territory and US-linked facilities across the Middle East, according to regional defense sources. Several Gulf states temporarily closed their airspace as a precaution. Explosions were reported in multiple cities. Casualty numbers varied across reports and remained difficult to independently confirm. Oil prices surged almost immediately as concerns grew over potential disruption to the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical energy transit routes. Global leaders called for de-escalation. NATO confirmed heightened alert levels for missile defense systems in parts of Europe. Military analysts warned that further retaliation could draw additional regional actors into the conflict. Legal experts also debated whether the initial strike constituted an act of self-defense or a preventive war under international law. Protests broke out in several countries, some condemning the Iranian government, others criticizing American involvement. At this stage, the situation remains fluid. Iran has vowed continued retaliation. Israel has stated it is prepared for further military action. The United States maintains that its involvement is aimed at protecting American personnel and interests abroad. Casualty figures continue to evolve, and independent confirmation remains limited in some areas. What is clear is this: the risk of broader regional escalation has increased significantly, and as new details emerge, the world watches closely.